Good morning, America. On this Monday, for our viewers in the West, wildfire is burning on both coasts. Rare East Coast wildfires turning deadly. Thousands of acres scorched. And in the West, the mountain fire burning more than 26,000 acres.
Deadly homecoming shooting. Gunfire at Alabama's Tuskegee University.
Get out, get out, get out, get out!
One person facing charges this morning.
Royal return. Princess Kate making her first major public appearances since completing her cancer treatment.
Saved at sea. How a Disney cruise ship rescued 4 people from a sinking boat. What the captain is saying this morning.
And hail to the Chiefs' hero Leo with a huge block and a dramatic win.
Can I get a chee-hoo?
And we've got a huge takeover.
You were gone forever.
He's back. Dwayne Johnson is here live in Times Square with an exclusive sneak peek at Moana 2. A big surprise for one deserving fan. And he's even getting us into the Christmas spirit to kick off the week.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
And we're going to have a lot of fun with Dwayne Johnson this morning, including a special surprise for someone who's making an impact in their community.
A really special surprise, Raman. And of course, we are also honoring all those who've served our nation on this Veterans Day.
Our good friend Bob Woodruff is here with Craigslist founder Craig Newmark to tell us about tonight's annual Stand Up for Heroes event, which is fantastic. And Craig has a big announcement about his support for veterans groups.
They have done so much good work. Also, the latest on President-elect Trump's transition. We know a couple of people from his past administration who will not be part of the new administration. One other person he nominated overnight. We're going to give you all those details as the president-elect prepares to meet with President Biden at the White House this week. But we are going to begin with those wildfires on both coasts. The mountain fire in Southern California has now burned more than 26,000 acres, destroyed more than 100 homes. And on the East Coast, wildfires in New York and New Jersey. Janae Norman has the latest.
Hey, George, good morning. We're used to hearing about that heartbreak in the aftermath of California wildfires, but we are not accustomed to blazes on both coasts here in New Jersey. We did get some much needed rain overnight, but that's offering little relief. This morning, wildfires raging in the west. And in the east, New Jersey's drought igniting brush.
The danger is always there, especially with the weather we've been having, lack of rain and everything.
A rural area about 35 miles outside New York City, now the epicenter for rare wildfire activity.
The area where the fire came into the state was inaccessible. It's inevitable that this fire is going to continue to burn up until it reaches our control line.
Tinderbox conditions near the New York-New Jersey state border. Fire engulfing more than 3,000 acres and counting.
Our number one focus is to make sure we have structure protection and make sure the residents are safe.
Extremely dry weather fueling the flames, forcing some residents to prepare to possibly evacuate.
My wife and I packed up some bags for ourselves and our kids in case we get that order. Everything's kind of ready in the car.
The cause of the fire still under investigation, but it's already turned deadly. 18-year-old New York State Parks employee Daryl Vasquez died helping fight the flames. And guys, you can just smell the fire out here. We are used to those kind of heartbreaking scenes in the aftermath of California wildfires. We are not used to it out here. So residents waking up, smelling it. You can see it in the air. Forces from firefighters from New York and New Jersey are now joining forces to fight this fire that at this point is still only just about 10% contained.
And the work that they are doing, Janae, you are right. Thank you. And Ginger is here with a forecast for the fire zones and what all of that smoke is doing to air quality. Good morning.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I saw the rain coming on the radar. I was like, thank goodness. But we really ended up with a 0.1 to 0.3 inches. I mean, that doesn't do a lot to take out fires, but of course it doesn't hurt. Philadelphia now finally ended their 42-day long consecutive stretch without rain. They'd never done that by like a week or two. So really breaking records there. So plenty of wildfires still burning despite our rain. And we're going to get that late morning, early afternoon front. So in Massachusetts, the whole state warning warning about enhanced fire danger, especially with the gusts 20 to say 30 miles per hour. So some of those fires that are burning up there. The smoke also, that's not going to go away with the wind pushing through. Some of the fire here that we're watching looks like it'll go right through, say, just south of Bedford, Ossining, over to Greenwich. Stamford should smell and feel it. And I know you were saying you were running and you could feel and smell it. Well, that will continue today. And then out on the West Coast, that mountain fire has been such an explosive one, and we're watching for more wind with that front. So some of the gusts there could easily go 50 to 60 in some of the mountaintops, but you don't even need that, 30 to 40, and you blow that stuff around. It's really tough for the firefighters to fight it.
And of course, deep appreciation to all those firefighters, many of them volunteers on this one too.
Yep.
Ginger,
Big
thank
thanks.
you. We turn now to the latest on the Trump transition. The president-elect is set to meet with President Biden later this week as he focuses on selecting his White House team. Rachel Scott is in West Palm Beach, Florida. And Rachel, the president-elect just nominated a new member of his cabinet overnight.
Exactly, Rebecca. Good morning to you. We just learned moments ago that Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, a top Republican in House leadership, has accepted a role from President-elect Donald Trump to serve as his ambassador to the United Nations. It comes as the president-elect also reveals another key role in his administration, border czar.
Overnight, President-elect Donald Trump vowing to crack down on illegal immigration, taking to Truth Social to announce former Immigration and Customs Enforcement Director Tom Homan will serve as border czar. Homan recently spoke at the Republican National Convention, delivering this message to undocumented immigrants.
You better start packing now. You're damn right. Because you're going home.
Homan said Trump will carry out mass deportations of the estimated 12 million undocumented immigrants with a, quote, well-targeted planned operation led by ICE. During Homan's time leading ICE during the first Trump administration, thousands of migrant children were separated from their parents. He was recently asked on 60 Minutes if there's a way to carry out mass deportations without separating families.
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
President-elect Trump still hunkered down at Mar-a-Lago, meeting with his advisors, preparing to announce other key positions, ruling out roles for two Republicans who served in his first administration, writing, I will not be inviting former Ambassador Nikki Haley or former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo to join the Trump administration, which is currently in formation. One person who could be influential in the next administration, Elon Musk. Sources tell ABC News that Musk was at Mar-a-Lago, listening in as the president-elect took a congratulations call from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. At one point, Trump even handing Musk the phone to speak to Zelensky himself. While Trump has promised to end the war between Russia and Ukraine in 24 hours, he hasn't elaborated on how. The president-elect preparing to travel to Washington to meet President Biden in the Oval Office this week. Biden set to make the case for the U.S. not to walk away from supporting additional aid to Ukraine, something Republicans have been skeptical of.
The president will have the chance to explain to President Trump how he sees things, where they stand, and talk to President Trump about how President Trump is thinking about taking on these issues when he takes office.
Trump will be strengthened by a Republican majority in the Senate. And on the same day of that White House meeting, Senate Republicans will be electing their new leader. Trump already weighing in, not with an endorsement, but with a demand that the candidates change the rules to allow him to temporarily appoint some nominees without a Senate vote. Trump writing, we need positions filled immediately.
So Republicans will cast a secret ballot to elect a new Republican leader. It comes as Mitch McConnell is stepping down from Republican leader after serving in that position for decades. Elise Stefanik will have to go through a confirmation process, but that position of border czar does not require a Senate confirmation process, George.
Okay, Rachel, thanks. We're getting at the latest now on Russia's reaction to the election of Donald Trump. A Kremlin spokesman is suggesting that Trump would be an improvement over President Biden. Chief Foreign Correspondent Ian Pannell tracking the story. And Ian, Kremlin issued a statement this morning.
Yeah, that's right. Good morning, George. The Kremlin is basically denying reports that President-elect Donald Trump spoke to Vladimir Putin last week. The Washington Post and others claiming the two leaders had a call on Thursday, but Dmitry Peskov claiming this is pure fiction. He also says that the Kremlin looks favorably on Trump compared to Biden. In a TV interview, Peskov saying at least Trump speaks about peace. He doesn't say anything about a confrontation, and it favorably distinguishes him. Over the weekend, Russia launching more attacks. A record 145 drones in one day, with more deadly strikes overnight. Ukraine also firing more than 80 drones at Russia, with the largest attempted strike on the Russian capital, Moscow, since the start of the war. And on the front lines, Russia still advancing. 50,000 troops, including North Korean fighters, massing in Kursk. Remember, this is the part of Russia on the border region that Ukrainians partly took over earlier this year. However, Britain's military chief claiming the advances are coming at a huge cost, saying Putin is losing as many as 1,500 troops a day and that the number of dead or injured in this war could be as high as 700,000. Staggering losses. Robin?
Staggering indeed. Ian, thank you. Now to the Delphi murders case. Jurors are set to begin a fourth day of deliberations in the trial of Richard Allen, the Indiana man accused of murdering two eighth-grade girls, Abby and Libby, in 2017. Alex Perez is in Delphi, Indiana, with more for us. Good morning to you, Alex.
Hey, good morning, Robin. The jury will be back here at the courthouse to deliberate later this morning. At this point, there's no indication on where they stand.
This morning, tension growing here in Delphi, Indiana, as this tight-knit community waits to hear if a jury will find Richard Allen guilty of the murders of 13-year-old Abby Williams and 14-year-old Libby German. On Saturday, as jury deliberations went into the third day, the defense attorneys seen heading back into court. Jurors asked to hear back a few pieces of testimony. They left the courthouse 90 minutes ahead of schedule.
The fact that it's taking this long for a jury to decide a verdict tells me one thing, that there are polarizing opinions in that jury room, and they are not budging.
The teen best friends were killed in 2017 during an afternoon hike across the Menonhai Bridge in Delphi. Before her death, Libby captured these grainy images of the alleged perpetrator, known as Bridge Guy, on her cell phone, along with this chilling audio. Authorities believe Allen is Bridge Guy. According to police, an unspent bullet found at the scene was traced to one of Allen's handguns. And while Allen initially told police he was innocent, while in custody, he confessed to the murders more than 60 times. But defense attorneys calling those false confessions, telling jurors Allen suffers from mental illness that was made worse when he was kept in solitary confinement for more than a year, causing him, they say, to go in and out of psychosis.
And if convicted on all charges, Allen could face 130 years behind bars. George?
Thank you. I should turn now to the shooting during homecoming weekend at Tuskegee University in Alabama. One person was arrested after gunfire left one person dead, 16 others injured. Faith Abube is on the scene at the university with the latest. Good morning, Faith.
Good morning to you, George. Classes were canceled today as the university community grapples with how a celebration ended in such grief. Investigators have arrested a man they say was seen leaving the scene here, and after the shooting, he was seen holding a machine gun, according to authorities. Videos of the shooting circulating on social media, and this morning, a warning that some of the images you're about to see may be disturbing.
This morning, a 25-year-old man, Jaquez Myrick, charged with possession of a machine gun in a deadly campus shooting at Tuskegee University.
Get out, get out, get out.
The school 20 miles south of Auburn, Alabama, descending into chaos overnight Sunday.
On the west side of Tuskegee campus, unknown description of any shooters, multiple injuries.
A barrage of gunfire ringing out as students frantically ran to safety.
Oh, shoot! Oh, shoot! Oh, shoot!
Authorities say an 18-year-old visitor, Latavian Johnson, was killed. 16 others, including Tuskegee students, were injured. Interim Police Chief Patrick Mart is telling me he helped load an injured victim into an ambulance.
It was chaotic because the bad part about it, while other officers were assisting the medical triage of it, we had to exercise caution because we didn't know if the shooter was still on the scene.
The shooting happening as the historically black college celebrated its centennial homecoming.
And this morning, questions remain about whether there were multiple shooters. Investigators are still asking the public to send in tips using an FBI hotline. In the meantime, the university has released a statement urging students to seek out help with grief counselors who will be here all day at the chapel here on campus. Guys.
We are thinking of all that have been impacted by this. Okay, Faith, we appreciate you. We're going to shift gears now to the NFL. The Lions won a thriller overnight, and the Chiefs remain undefeated after yet another dramatic last-second play. newly engaged Will Reeve. We'll get to that in a bit. Newly engaged Will Reeve.
We got to stay focused on the job for now. All right, good morning. We got some football to talk here because football is a game of inches. The Lions needed every inch and every second of the game to beat the Texans last night. The Chiefs keep finding ways to win. All that and more in a wild NFL weekend.
This morning, the Kansas City Chiefs are 9 and oh my goodness, eking out a win over the Denver Broncos in dramatic fashion. Denver on the verge of handing Kansas City their first loss of the year with a game-winning field goal.
35-yard field goal Lux.
But then blocked by Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes and the rest of the team storming the field as the Chiefs remain the only undefeated team in the NFL. Cheered on by Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce scoring his 76th career touchdown.
For the touchdown, there it is!
He's now tied for the most in franchise history. Meanwhile, the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And wide receiver Ricky Pearsall scoring his first career touchdown.
Touchdowns!
The rookie finding the end zone 10 weeks after being shot in the chest in a botched robbery attempt. And in the late game, the Houston Texans' John Mechie, who missed his entire rookie season in 2022 after a leukemia diagnosis, making his first career touchdown catch.
To the end zone! Held on! Touchdown! Mechie!
The Texans leading most of the game, but the Lions roaring back in the fourth, tying it up in the closing minutes.
Ties it at 23!
Setting up a game-winning 52-yard walk-off field goal from 25-year-old kicker Jake Bates, who just snuck it in.
For 52 for the win! It is just good!
I put him a little too close to the post for comfort, but luckily they went in. I was just happy to do my job today.
Happy to do his job at all. Bates was out of football last year. He was selling bricks, but now he's back in the game and winning them for the now 8-1 Lions. And we got Monday Night Football tonight. The Dolphins at the Rams, 8:15 Eastern on ESPN.
Okay, yeah. That's all good. Congratulations to you and Amanda.
Thank you so much. We are elated. We couldn't be happier.
The pictures that you posted were just beautiful.
Well, thank you. I had a whole plan. It went to perfection, and now we just get to enjoy being engaged, planning a wedding, and we'll see you all there. Yeah, she is the wedding planner. No, I'm the luckiest guy in the world, and thank you for all the love you've shown. So
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Coming up, the rescue at sea. A Disney cruise ship saves 4 people on a sinking catamaran. We're going to hear what the ship's captain is saying this morning.
Plus, Princess Kate returning to royal duties for the first time since ending her cancer treatment, appearing with Prince William and the King.
And stand up for heroes. The huge announcement ahead of tonight's big event on this Veterans Day. Can you believe 17 days until Thanksgiving? And we have some time-saving desserts you can make now and freeze for Turkey Day. Plus Moana 2 excitement and surprises with Dwayne Johnson here live.
What can I say except you're welcome for the tides, the sun, the sky.
Back here on GMA, and you're welcome for what we're going to bring you this morning. I know Rebecca's daughter, millions of Moana fans.
Oh, yeah.
They know that song. They're excited for Moana 2.
And their parents, by the way. We've heard it a few times.
There's another song for Moana 2.
Can't wait for that.
Okay, because we are excited. Dwayne Johnson live in Times Square, taking over in our next hour.
He really is taking over the show today. We're following a lot of headlines right now, including the wildfires in the east. Extremely dry weather has fueled the flames near the New York-New Jersey state border. More than 3,000 acres have burned. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Also right now, Israel is warning its citizens to avoid sports and other events following attacks on Israeli soccer fans in Amsterdam last week. 5 people were injured, dozens arrested in the anti-Semitic attacks. Following a soccer match, police say in Paris that 4,000 officers will be on hand for Thursday's Israel-France match.
And Bitcoin is at a new high following Tuesday's election results. The price of the world's largest cryptocurrency set a new record above $80,000. It's up 80% this year. President-elect Trump signaled his support for crypto in recent months. And I am not a financial analyst in any way, but I want to say euphoria can breed volatility. So anyone looking at this right now, just remind yourself that euphoria can breed volatility. You got to be ready for it if you're going to get invested in there. Yeah. And we've got a lot more ahead, including Princess Kate's emotional return to royal duties. That is coming up.
Right now, a rescue at sea. 4 people were saved from a sinking catamaran off the coast of Bermuda, picked up by a Disney cruise ship. Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez here with the story. Good morning, Gio.
Hey, George, good morning. Those passengers on the catamaran issued that distress call as soon as the boat started sinking. And thankfully, the closest asset was a big one, the Disney Treasure. This morning, 4 sailors waking up lucky to be alive.
They were doing everything they can, but they knew that they were in dire situations.
The U.S. Coast Guard receiving a call for help around 8:30 Sunday morning that a 50-foot catamaran was sinking.
It was a married couple, their daughter and a cousin. So the oldest being 74 and the youngest being 25.
The boat, known as the Serenity, proving to be anything but. It was located 230 nautical miles off the coast of Bermuda, a gasket failure in the escape hatch disabling the boat, eventually taking on water.
They were prepared with their life-saving equipment. They had a float plan. If it weren't for that preparation, then they would likely still be out there wondering if help would ever arrive.
Just roughly 80 nautical miles away, the Disney Treasure, making its way to its new home in Port Canaveral as the newest ship in the Disney Cruise Line fleet, which is set to make its debut voyage next month.
Once the cruise ship was within radio contact, they worked directly with the sailing vessel, and they're super helpful, super willing to do whatever they could to help these people.
The crew launching one of their lifeboats, bringing all 4 passengers on board with no injuries reported. The captain of the Disney Treasure saying in a statement, "We are pleased that the Disney Treasure was able to provide aid to the boat passengers in peril. Our crew members worked together on the rescue, skillfully demonstrating their training and commitment to safety." And we're told that the time between the distress call and the rescue was just over an hour. So all of it happening very, very quickly. And again, thankfully, nobody was hurt. But those passengers got really lucky because, again, this was a brand new ship. They had all the resources right there.
And they were put to use.
Yeah,
just like that. All right, Gio. Thank you as always. This is special. We are back now honoring our military on Veterans Day. ABC's Bob Woodruff, our dear friend, and his wife Lee have spent nearly 2 decades helping service members and their families through their foundation. Their annual Stand Up for Heroes event takes place tonight. We're going to talk to Bob and one of his biggest supporters, Craigslist founder Craig Newmark, in just a moment. But first, a look at their mission. At its core, Stand Up for Heroes is on a mission to help our nation's veterans, service members, and their families live a brighter future.
Me and my little brother Benny, we help him sometimes Dad gets a pain on his leg.
The event, presented by the Bob Woodruff Foundation, founded by Bob and his wife Lee, after Bob's armored vehicle was hit by a roadside bomb in Iraq in 2006 while he was on assignment. Bob's remarkable recovery, inspiring the couple to shine a light on U.S. service members who are dealing with the impact of hidden injuries.
Do you have many memories of when your fathers were injured in the war?
When I saw him, I just ran to him because I was very happy that he was still alive.
One of the foundation's greatest supporters, Craig Newmark, founder of the web-based platform Craigslist.
People might need a hand across the street, around the corner.
Since 2020, their combined efforts have collectively benefited more than 4.5 million people across 80 veterans organizations.
And it's nice to know that there's organizations out there. You don't have to go through this by yourself.
Stand Up for Heroes' 18th annual fundraising gala is happening tonight in New York City. Everyday heroes stepping up, opening their hearts and pocketbooks to support our veterans. And joining us now is our Bob Woodruff, along with Craig Newmark, the founder of Craigslist. Good morning to you both, gentlemen.
Good morning, Robin.
Just admire you, sir, for so many foundations that you help, including Bob's. And I know that you have a big announcement today.
Well, I believe that you should put your money where your mouth is. Mm-hmm. And I've already committed $100 million to support vets and their families and active service members. But that $100 million went fast. So today, I'd like to announce another $100 million.
Whoa! Wow!
And again, going to vets, their families, and active service members and their families. In addition, the Bob Woodruff Foundation actually gets things done for vets and their families. So I'm contributing specifically $25 million to the Bob Woodruff Foundation.
Wow! Craig, I mean,
He's an amazing man.
Just tell us why this means so much to you, sir.
Well, going way back to Vietnam, I saw that our country needed to support vets a lot better. And that's percolated in my head for years and years. Then I wound up talking to some vets from Iraq and Afghanistan, decided I should do something, I should stand up. So that started a gradually increasing amount of support for vets and their families and active service military families who need our help. The idea is that I now take this personally and I do what I can to help. It's not enough, but it's a great start.
Oh my goodness, and the recognition, in addition to the money that you bring, but the recognition that you bring to these veterans and their families. And Bob, 25 million of the 100 that he...
Yeah,
that is
pretty damn good, huh?
Oh, yes it is. And what's also pretty doggone good is tonight, Stand Up for Heroes event.
Yes, Stand Up for Heroes is, a lot of people say it's the best fundraising event they've ever been to because they don't have to sit at the table and listen to a bunch of speeches and eat some food. You just go there and you watch the show. You get the top comedians in the country, in the world, and then of course you got Springsteen's been doing this for, this will be 17 out of the 18 times we've had this event, and you see the people out there on the stage. The front rows are lined with the veterans who have served in Iraq and Afghanistan, and then you're going to see all the big supporters who want to do something for the veterans, and this is the way to do it. It's just we got the experts to find out where's the best place to put it.
It's an exceptional night, year in and year out. Let me ask you this, Bob. What is the greatest need right now for support for veterans and their families?
You know, this is, when we started this foundation, 18 years ago, right at the beginning, it was really all the visible wounds, coming back from during the peaks of these wars to come back. They had, amputation and burns and blindness and traumatic brain injury, which I did too. That was the concentration, but now it's really long-term kind of issues that are still out there, even though those particular wars have calmed down. So now it's more of, mental health, suicide, those who don't have a home anymore because other crises have swept through their village and their town. So we're concentrate largely on that. And now we've been able to get relationships we've established in all 50 states with all of these other existing veteran organizations that are doing something for so many. So, 20 million veterans we have contact with to try to help. So it's just grown beyond what we ever thought.
Yeah, the need is great and vast. So what is your message? What is your message, Craig, for people watching this morning?
Well, in World War II, everyone pitched in and tried to help out. They did their part. And I think we need to see that today. Everyone should help vets, military families in whatever way they could. We should all take it personally and do something. Me, I'm not all that smart. All that I know is that a nerd's got to do what a nerd's got to do.
He's the most proud nerd I've ever met, actually.
Oh, wow. You are incredible. You are incredible. Bless you, and thank you both so very, very much. And how appropriate on Veterans Day that we make such an announcement. Thank you so much, both
Robin,
of you.
You've been a supporter for so long.
Oh, my goodness. You and Lee.
Thank you.
All right. Can we give another round of applause for these two gentlemen? Craig, Bob.
Now with our play of the day, and Coco Gauff proves the doubters wrong. Will Reeve, newly engaged, back with more.
And I'd like to engage with this story right here, guys. We got Coco Gauff. That wasn't a very good one. I don't deserve it. All right, so Coco Gauff. She's 20 years old. She's had up and down 2024, including she losing her U.S. Open title defense. But check out not only that purple court, but how Gauff finished the season. She wins the WTA Finals, beating reigning Olympic gold medalist Zhang Qinwen in a 3-set thriller. So Gauff becomes now the youngest woman to win the WTA Finals in the last 20 years. And this is a big deal tournament. It's the top 8 players on the women's tour, and she beat all of them. She takes home the largest single prize in WTA history. How's $4.8 million? That's pretty good. Plus, along the way, she overcame Iga Swiatek and then Aryna Sabalenka, which makes Gauff now the youngest player to beat the top 2 women at the same tournament since Maria Sharapova did that in 2006. So, in summation, Gauff finishes the year with 3 trophies, a record of 54 and 17, more than $9.3 million in prize money. That's a pretty good year by most measures. She summed up 2024 in a post saying, LOL, safe to say, I beat the, quote, bad season allegations. And that's the play of the day.
Yeah, she did. And she said, I read somewhere she said something like, I love to prove people wrong. That's my motivation.
Well, she did that yet again. And
Well
she's only
done.
20. We've got a long career ahead.
done.
Yeah.
Well done, Will.
Thank you.
Dwayne Johnson is here in our next hour. Throughout the hour, he has 2 big movies on the way, Moana 2 and Red 1, and he's going to tell us about them both, and a big surprise that you don't want to miss.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Rare East Coast wildfires turning deadly. Thousands of acres scorched. And in the West, the mountain fire burning more than 26,000 acres.
Royal return. Princess Kate making her first major public appearances since completing her cancer treatment, appearing to get emotional at an event important to the royal family.
Early Black Friday deals. We're giving you a jump start on some of the hottest toys, gadgets, and more.
Disney Magic.
You want me? Come and get me!
The Marvelous reveals at the first ever D23 Brazil.
Oi, Brazil!
And the biggest surprises coming out at the star-studded event.
We are the Thunderbolts!
Can't call ourselves that. Thank God.
What can I say except you're welcome? Can I get a chee-hoo?
And get excited because we're feeling the spirit of Moana 2. Dwayne Johnson is taking over our studio with an exclusive sneak peek at the sequel to the animated blockbuster. Plus, a big surprise for one deserving fan. And he's getting us into the Christmas spirit too, as they say.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA.
This is GMA. We've got a superstar in the studio with us this morning. You are welcome. No, not that guy. We have Dwayne Johnson joining us live here in the studio. This guy.
What can I say except you're welcome? Let me in Polynesian culture and fashion. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mwah.
So good to see you.
Good to see
Wonderful
you.
always to see you.
Good to see you. Mwah. I'm coming around that way for you, George. I got you.
Everybody gets one.
Everyone, you get away.
There we go. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Thank you. All right.
Please.
Yes.
I didn't. You can have my chair if you
No.
want.
Chivalry lives. I will stand.
So we have a big surprise this morning. You're getting ready for Atlanta Fine.
We have a really big surprise of a deserving human being who does great work for a lot of people. And the surprise that we're going to give him today may involve a trip to Hawaii for he and his family. We have our big Moana 2 premiere in Hawaii, which we're very excited about. Should be one of the biggest premieres ever in Hollywood history, and we're going to bring him and his family. Very deserving guy.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
We can't wait to share that.
Can't wait.
All right.
Can't
Thank
wait.
you. You always come bearing gifts.
I do. Yes.
So good.
I know.
They're
You,
good.
he
Yes.
smells so good.
Took me all night to make those layers, so enjoy.
All right, you're going to be with us all hour long. We've got the top stories breaking at 8 right now, starting with the wildfires raging on both coasts. A mountain fire in Southern California has now burned more than 26,000 acres, destroyed more than 100 homes, and here on the East Coast. Wildfires in New York and New Jersey. Ginger, tracking the very latest. Good morning to you, Ginger.
Hey, good morning. That Jennings Creek fire in northern New Jersey unfortunately turned deadly. Killed an 18-year-old firefighter this weekend, Robin. And we've been smelling the smoke, everybody talking about it because we've been so desperately dry. You can see those smoky skies today from that fire alone. We'll be moving over northern Rockland or Westchester County right into Greenwich or Stamford, Connecticut. So you'll still have that air quality that is not great. Want to watch that, especially if you're planning time outdoors. So how dry have we been? We're actually in extreme drought. That's the second highest level in parts of New Jersey. Philadelphia just finally, with the rain last night, which was about a quarter inch in most places, ended their 42-day record stretch without rain. That smashed the old record. So the rain, yes, has moved through, but unfortunately it was only like 1/10 of an inch in much of Massachusetts. So you add those winds today, and they've got fires burning up there. They're concerned about the fire there with gusts 20 to 30, George. So we're watching fire danger, unfortunately, still, even after a little rain.
We sure are. Okay, Ginger, thanks very much. We're going to the latest now in the Trump transition. President-elect just nominated a new member of his cabinet overnight. He's set to meet with President Biden later this week. I want to go back to Rachel Scott in West Palm Beach. Good morning, Rachel.
Hey, George, good morning to you again. Yes, President-elect Donald Trump here at Mar-a-Lago already laying out some key roles in his new administration, starting with ambassador to the United Nations. We learned that he has offered that role to Congresswoman Elise Stefanik. She is a top Republican over in the House. Stefanik will still have to be confirmed by the U.S. Senate. One position that will not need confirmation is border czar. And overnight, President-elect Trump taking to social media to announce that former Immigration and Customs Enforcement Director Tom Homan will serve as border czar in his administration. Homan said Trump will carry out mass deportations of the estimated 12 million undocumented immigrants with what he called a well-targeted planned operation led by ICE. But Homan has not ruled out deporting entire families together. Now, Trump is still hunkered down here in Mar-a-Lago. We know that he'll be meeting with his advisors. We are expecting more announcements this week. And then on Wednesday, he will travel to Washington to meet with President Biden at the White House in the Oval Office. On that same day, Senate Republicans will be selecting their new leader after McConnell stepping down after decades. Rebecca.
All right, Rachel, thank you. We turn now to a royal return for Princess Kate. She made her first official appearances since announcing the end of her chemotherapy, joining King Charles and Prince William for Remembrance Day tributes over the weekend. Foreign correspondent James Longman is at Buckingham Palace with more. Good morning, James.
Yeah, good morning, Rebecca. Prince William called 2024 a brutal year after the cancer diagnoses of both his father, King Charles, and wife, Kate. But the Princess of Wales was back on royal duty this weekend, making life a little brighter for the British royal family. A royal return to duty for Princess Kate this weekend, the Princess of Wales marking her first major public appearances since completing cancer treatment, with events to honour the UK's fallen soldiers. She went with husband Prince William and father-in-law King Charles to the Festival of Remembrance on Saturday night. She appeared emotional at one point during a standing ovation for war veterans. She also stepped out on Sunday morning for the wreath-laying ceremony at London's Cenotaph.
Seeing her over the weekend, the reaction to having her back was really enthusiastic. She looked really energised, really composed, and it was very important that she was there because Remembrance is the most significant event in the royal family's calendar.
The double duty, a rare return to form for the princess, who's been largely out of action this year after announcing her cancer diagnosis back in March. Prince William calling this year brutal, probably the hardest of his life, with his wife and father undergoing treatment for cancer. Now, every newspaper today had a photograph of Kate on the front page today. She is by far and away the most popular member of the royal family. To have her back on duty, back in the fold, it's a real boost for the palace. Guys.
It sure is. Okay, James, thanks very much. Coming up on our GMA morning menu, from superheroes to Scar, from Scar to Shakira, we have all the big reveals of the D23 Expo.
So much excitement in our house for this. Also ahead, Dwayne Johnson is here with an exclusive sneak peek at Moana 2.
All right, and we're getting a jump on incredible gifts for the holidays. Lori Bergamato was here with a first look at some special and affordable early Black Friday deals.
Crisp fall morning here in Times Square. We're back with our GMA cover story. A look at the television and movie attractions that came out at the first ever D23 Expo in Brazil over the weekend. Chris Connolly here with the details. Good morning, Chris.
Hey, good morning, George. Fans in Sao Paulo and around the world getting amped for a bounty of big screen franchise films on the way after a weekend at D23 Brazil features a host of special looks and trailers revealed for the first time. From A-list superheroes doing their utmost.
Wait for it.
And animation legends as you've never seen them.
The story about a prince who would come to be known as Scar and an orphan named Mufasa.
To sheer star power in action. All unveiled over the weekend at Disney's D23 in Sao Paulo, Brazil, with new trailers, plot points, fight sequences, and fun headed for the big screen, thrilling attendees and avid fans worldwide.
Oi, Brazil! Come on, baby.
David Harbour's Red Guardian is at the wheel.
Okay, a bit faster, please.
And Black Widow's best-dressed sister spy Yelena Belova is out of pocket and then some. Florence Pugh amid a new coterie of mighty misfits known as Thunderbolts.
Who is this old Santa?
The Red Guardian.
What?
The Brazil 23 special look racking up more than 6 million views in its first 24 hours online.
You're not Steve Rogers. You're right. I'm not.
and a shield-wielding Anthony Mackie as Captain America, making it happen in the open air and within Harrison Ford's White House, as his Thaddeus Ross then transforms into Cap's crimson nemesis in Captain America: Brave New World.
You want me? Come and get me!
Meanwhile, the final trailer released for Mufasa: The Lion King, out in time for Christmas.
There will be one Lion King.
And what's a D23 if you can't indulge a few extra sneak peeks?
Gazelle is returning to Zootopia too.
Shakira announcing that she's got a new song, look, and dance moves coming to Zootopia 2.
Ice Age 6 is coming to theaters. There we go. It's cold in here.
Ice Age 6. And more new releases heading to theaters. The Incredibles 3. Elio, also from Pixar, Moana 2. And a live-action Lilo and Stitch.
Huh? Want more? Well, sure, we got more Star Wars updates. Andor Season 2 coming up in April. And The Mandalorian and Grogu, starring Pedro Pascal, set to hit theaters in 2026. And on the animation front, as you might have heard, coming your way a lot sooner than that is Moana 2. Guys?
Oh, it just so happens you should mention that, Chris. Thank you for the segue. Now to one of our favorite guests, Dwayne Johnson, who is keeping busy as usual. He has not one, but two new movies that are coming out this holiday season. One of them is the highly anticipated animated sequel, Moana 2. And we have an incredible group of kids here. Our huge friends. Always wonderful to have you here. I am going to ask you, we are going to ask you about Moana 2, but first of all, the GQ cover Man of the Year.
Thank you.
It is spectacular.
That.
But can I
Thank
say,
you.
The tagline has us a little bit worried.
Yeah.
It says, Dwayne Johnson became the world's biggest movie star. Now he is trying to disappear. No! Say it ain't so.
Not going anywhere, no. What that meant was that is just, I feel like I've had this lucky career that, we've talked about over the years. And I've reached this point in my life where I want to be challenged and do more. And part of that challenge is to take on roles that are these dream roles that I can really disappear in as best I can and challenge myself in that way. So I have a film called The Smashing Machine by A24 with Benny Safdie, who wrote and directed it. One of my best friends, Emily Blunt, is in it too as well. So that's coming down the line next year, but that's what that means.
Okay, good. We can exhale now. We can exhale
I'm
now.
here.
All right, Maui. The voice of Maui, and you said in Moana 2,
look at this
again, guy. I know, big dude. He has a message.
Thankfully, his head is bigger than mine. I have a large head. But, sorry, go ahead.
No, but his important message is that all of us, no matter how big you are, we all need help.
Yes, so with Moana and Moana 2, one of the messages in Moana 2 is that not only we'll all find this time in our life where we need help, but also more importantly, got to ask for help too as well, and how important that is, right? You guys have learned that too as well, right? You can't keep that inside. We have to actually ask for that help, because when you ask, here's what happens. People who love you and care about you, they meet you halfway. And then when you ask for help, I believe, like, the universe kind of meets you halfway too as well.
We all know you're welcome. The big news song, and I want to make sure I pronounce this right. Can I get a Chihu?
Chihu, you got it. Can I get a Chihu? Yes. So with You're Welcome, that was a lot of fun. What can I say except you're welcome? Thank you very much. Thank you. That's my family there. Thank you. But this new song in Moana 2, so excited about it. It's Maui's new song, and it's Can I Get a Chihu? And the first. When Lin-Manuel wrote the first song, he thought, oh, it's perfect for this character of Maui to say, you're welcome. You're welcome. But in this case, our female writers, Barlow and Bear, Grammy nominated for Bridgerton, they took this idea of female empowerment and what that means and how important that is for Maui, the demigod Maui himself, to now not sing about himself, but more so take Moana and tell her, you can do this. And here's this anthem that he sings. And the song is crazy, by the way. Wait till you guys hear it. There's a lot of different places it goes to. And it's, after I sang the song, I remember pulling Tom McDougall aside, who does all the Disney music, and I said, is it me, dude, or is this song complicated? He's like, it's Bohemian Rhapsody. I was like, thank you for saying that, because I was like, it took me 3 sessions to learn the song, but it's awesome.
Okay, it is awesome. Who wants to see a clip? Let's take a look at a clip.
I don't want to get attached if y'all, you know what I mean? Which you guys won't. You're not going to do that. I don't even know why I said that. The point is, there's some serious God stuff going down. So I'm gonna go handle my business.
Hey!
Yes, shaking heads, yes. We're feeling good about this.
Great. Okay, good. I got the kids nodding. That's a good thing. It's a good sign.
And you got some really important kids, as are here. You got 3 daughters.
I do.
You're a girl dad.
Proud
2
girl
of your
dad.
youngest, proud girl dad. I love that about
Yes.
you. 2 of your 2 youngest daughters.
Yes.
They saw the trailer at D23.
Yes.
So did you get them heading their nods?
They were nodding, and you know, I said to them, "Do you want to see the movie?" And they're saying, "No, we want to wait till the premiere." So they're going to wait till the premiere in Hawaii, but they can't wait, and especially I think for these girls, my daughters, who see themselves in Moana. Because there are girls of color, and you know, really one of the beauties of Moana is little boys, little girls of all colors around the world can see themselves in these characters. So this one is special to them. So I can't wait to show it to them.
You also took the stage and danced at D23.
I
Now,
did.
you used to wrestle in that arena.
I did.
Which is more nerve-wracking?
Oh, dancing in that arena. Of course, it's the dancing. There we go.
You got the moves.
Well, I got something. Thank you for saying that. Had a lot of fun, and that's our culture. That's Polynesian culture. I'm half black and half Samoan, and you know that Polynesian side. Both sides, by the way, we're all about dancing and singing, and that was a lot of fun.
Looks like it.
The legs are going. The legs are going.
Thank you for coming. And Moana
Thank
2 will
you.
be in theaters on November 27th. Dwayne is not going anywhere. We have a lot more Moana fun coming up.
We are turning now to the ultimate gifting for this holiday season. GMA Lifestyle contributor Lori Bergamato is here with some incredible products. Great to see you, Lori.
Good morning. Yes.
And this one right here, probably my dream come true as a kid. Like, this is what I wanted every year as a child.
And we're going to get to that in 1 second. I know you're very excited. But Black Friday is a little more than 2 weeks away. This segment is sponsored by Walmart, and they are getting a jump, as are you, on offering incredible prices with something for everyone on your list. The early Black Friday deals go live this afternoon. So, Rebecca, you don't have to wait, because this afternoon, this Ford Bronco Kids Ride-On, it's so much fun. And what you're going to love about this is perfect for kids ages 3 to 5. And it's so cool because they can direct it themselves. They can drive it. It has 2 operation modes, or you can direct it. I mean, I have a 3-year-old, and I would I would feel better if I were directing the speed and the direction on that. And what's so great about it is it comes in a bunch of different colors. Go ahead and give it a little beep right there, Rebecca.
Is
right
this
here on the side? It's so much fun. I feel like we could totally play with it.
Really? It only goes up to 5 years old, Lori?
I know.
You.
Rebecca and I might get it, but are you ready for the price on this?
Yes, please.
It is $169.99. So it's a great deal for what you're getting there.
Okay.
And speaking of great deals, this next product is great for music lovers. I feel like it really transcends age too. I have a tween who would love this. I know I could give this to like my dad. He would love this. Old school meets new with these Crossley Cruiser vinyl record players. So you use a regular old school record player, right?
Yes.
But it has Bluetooth wireless connectivity.
Oh, okay.
So it has incredible sound, really clear clarity there. And it comes in a bunch of different colors. You can see it's in that hard shell.
It's super cute.
So they not only are really functional, but they look great in any room. You're gonna be blown away by the price on this. Are you ready? It is $35.
All right.
This is one of those gifts you could get for anyone.
And you can teach the kids what it used to be like.
Yeah, back in the old days, right?
Back in the olden days.
Okay, this one I think I might be buying for someone else and then also for myself. This is the Gourmet air fryer. Are you on the air frying kick?
I hear all about them. I don't have one yet. Tell me more.
Well, I know what I'm getting, Rebecca. So Gourmet, this one is 8 quarts, which means it can feed a family of 4, and you'll still have plenty left over. What's great about it is it has 8 cooking modes. And it has guided prompts. So if you're still a little uneasy, it can guide you. And what I love about it, what's different from the current air fryer that I have, is that it has this viewing window. So you can actually see what's going on while you're cooking, which I really love to do. Now, this thing's great. The Gourmet, it's 8 quarts. Let me tell you the price on this. It is $35. Incredible price for one of those.
That's one of the lowest prices I've seen on an air fryer.
Absolutely.
Okay. These are cute.
Cozy. My name is Mukluk. Let me tell you about these boots. So you can see the top here is knit, and then it has a faux suede bottom. Go ahead and feel the inside. Isn't that so soft?
Yes,
that's
very
faux
soft.
fur, you guys. It will keep anybody nice and cozy all winter long. They come in a bunch of different patterns, and this is just $25.
Excellent.
Okay, and it wouldn't be a Black Friday without a TV deal, right? Yeah. Okay, so electronics are big. This one is from Roku. It's their Hisense 4K. Really ultra clear. You get thousands of free channel access, which everybody loves. Really user friendly. We love
50
that.
inches.
50 inches, and it is $138.
Lori,
really incredible.
thank you so much for bringing us all of these. And by the way, you said that all of Walmart's Black Friday deals go live today, and there is a way to be the first to get them?
Oh, there is indeed. Yes, Walmart Plus members get early access to the hottest Black Friday deals, and if you join now, you'll get 50% off a 1-year membership. Woo! So definitely check that out.
We love our discounts, and we love you, Lori B. Thank you, honey. Coming up, Dwayne Johnson is back with something very, very special. You will not want to miss it. Stay with us. Yay! That was great.
Welcome back to GMA, live from Times Square.
This great audience that we have here. You know, I love all of my colleagues, but this is my favorite two-shot of the morning. Back with Dwayne Johnson. We're talking Moana. Moana 2, and we thank you for spending the morning with us. We have an incredible group of young people from Philly, from the nonprofit Squash Smarts, also huge Moana fans, can I say?
Yes.
I've been talking to some of these wonderful young people, and thank you for your kind remarks. I really do appreciate it, especially you there at the end. And it's like looking beyond the reef. That's what the movie's about, looking beyond the reef. And that's a message that really is really needed.
I think it's a message that's important. In Moana 2, the message is, there's many messages, but one of the anchoring messages is looking beyond the reef. And what that means is it's the idea that, you know, today, as you guys know, the world is loud and it's crazy, and there's a lot of pushing and pulling at us. There's a lot of blaming and shaming, and there's a lot of judgment. There's a lot of that kind of stuff going on, especially on social media. You guys be careful on social media, right? And people will tell you, you can't do something. But what that means beyond the reef is you can. And actually, not only can you do something, you do anything you want. Because really, yes. And how important that is, and that's what this idea of beyond the reef is. Because what's beyond the reef in Polynesian culture, or any reef you go to, we can't see it. We don't know what's beyond the reef, but that's okay, because we have faith, and we have support, people around us, and you guys got your whole lives in front of you. There is nothing that you cannot do.
And they do get support. They do have people that support them.
Yes, they do. As a matter of fact, I wrote something here very important. I had to take a look at it. So, you know, we talk, as Robin said, you talk about the support we have, and I'm very lucky, we're all very lucky to have supporting people in our lives. There's one person in your lives, besides your family, your loved ones, and that's Kareem Price. Yeah. And the good work that he does. Come on up here, Kareem. What's up, brother?
I'm sorry. Wonderful to meet you. No, you did it right. Yes. Kareem.
Hello.
And who's here with you?
I'm here with my Squash Smarts family.
Yeah.
My wonderful family as well. My son, my beautiful fiance.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. Join up here. And this, you know what the beauty of it is? You know, he thinks he's here as a chaperone. You know, and you are. You're a great chaperone. You're really helping all of the kids here. But we are really here to highlight the work that you are doing, Kareem.
That's right.
Thank you.
This moment is about you and wanting people to know the nonprofit that you work with, how you're helping mentor kids physically, mentally, emotionally. And so here is your story. Take a look.
See the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me.
Embodying the spirit of Moana from the Disney movie.
See you out there, Moana.
Kareem Price leads with empathy and devotion for his community and his family.
Good morning, everyone.
He just gives off that calm energy, that reassurance, whatever you're going through.
The Philadelphia native gaining his confidence and leadership skills in middle school through the after-school program Squash Smarts. Now, 20 years later, Kareem is dedicating his work to the community that helped shape him into the man he is today.
He's there for us. He's there to make us laugh. He's there to make us happy even when we're down.
For 25 years, Squash Smarts has provided academic and athletic mentorship for at-risk youth in the Philly area. And Kareem is a pivotal part of the success.
He has that amazing skill set of being able to work as a team, as a collaborative. He'll take that initiative to get his hands in any task that he can.
Like Moana, Kareem is following his dreams, being true to himself while inspiring a new generation of dreamers.
Kareem helps me believe that no matter what, I can always achieve my squash goals, my academic goals, and my life goals.
Hi, Kareem. Thank you for everything you've done for me. You're always there for me, helping me out. Thank you. I love you.
You're an amazing person. Continue being the bright light in the room.
I love you, Mr. Price, and I appreciate you so much.
I love you, Dad.
You're the best.
You're the best.
We got you, Kareem. Yeah. So what is it like to hear so many people telling the world what you mean to them?
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I definitely wasn't expecting that. I know they all mean a lot to me as well. Squash Smarts means a lot to me. As you can see, I've been around the program since I entered the program in 2001 as a student to now being the transportation director for the program and helping the students. They played a major part of my life, so I didn't know I meant this much to the students. They're gonna make me tear up.
Kareem, I got a question about the kids. You know, not only were you in the program, but now you're mentoring. What do the kids mean to you?
Oh man, they mean the world to me. Honestly, like I said, me being in the program, it gives them more perspective. Showing them that they can be whatever they want in life. As a student in the program, I didn't think I was going to be where I'm at today. So making it to where I'm at.
You weren't seeing beyond the reef.
No.
Not then, but now, yes.
But now I'm here for a reason. I'm working. They mean a lot. They mean everything to me, honestly. Seeing them grow up from 5th graders to being in 7th, 8th, most of them in 11th and 12th now. So it's great.
They're like your own kids.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Kids.
What an example you are. No, we're not the only ones impressed. Our friends at Dollar General, they are as well. And the Dollar General Literacy Foundation is donating $10,000. $10,000 for Squash Smarts. Wow. First, can I say that's a great name for an organization, Squash Smarts?
Squash Smarts, that's great, yes.
But you have something as well, you come.
I do. I come bearing gifts, as always. As always, question for you guys. Did you guys like the first Moana? Yeah. You guys excited to see the second Moana? Yeah. All right. Well, what I've set up is I've set up your own private screening back in your town. So all of you will go see as my guest, certainly with you and your family as my guest. See Moana 2. And also because I know your friends are watching too, they're like, what about us? Your entire organization will be going to Moana 2.
That is so special, all by themselves. But don't you have a little something?
I got a little something. On live TV in front of the world. So I just want to say, you know, Kareem, When I heard your story and Robin shared it last week, I got it, and I was really just so moved and so impressed by all the work you do, and how you put others before yourself. Thank you. And also just for me to you, just as another man of color, I appreciate all the work that you do, man, for everybody. So what I would love to do, we have the big Moana 2 premiere in Hawaii coming up this month, in a couple of weeks, actually. I'm going to fly you and your beautiful family over there as our guest. You hear that? And typical. You go, my man.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
In Hawaii, you're going to be spending
One more for you, brother.
5 nights. You'll be able to relax on the white, sandy beaches and meet Moana at this award-winning Disney resort that's perfect for a family getaway. And don't worry about how you're going to get there. Hawaiian Airlines, our friends, Hawaiian Airlines, they're going to fly you out there. All taken care of. What do you guys think about all that?
Great.
I'm blown away. That's amazing.
What do you guys do?
March 10th.
March 10th. Congratulations. Thank you. Boy or girl? Do we know? Girl.
Oh, you're a girl dad.
Girl dad. Come on, man. And that's amazing. You're going to name her Dwanetta. Thank you very much.
He's always working it. Always working it. This is so special. Dwayne, thank you all for the light that you shine. We appreciate that. And we're going to be talking about another gift that he's going to be bringing us, a holiday movie with his co-stars. They're going to be joining us, and we're going to talk about that one when we come back.
Never ends. Keep going.
Dwayne Johnson and anchor fee this morning. He's back again. This time with Chris Evans and J.K. Simmons are here to talk about the new film called The Red One. I don't know, Robin, though, you got something nothing special.
Yeah, I do. I mean, we're going to get to the movie. It's very important. But you guys are looking really, really sharp here.
Dialed in.
Yeah. Now, Chris, does this sweater that Dwayne is wearing, does it look a little familiar?
Right, yeah. He's just get your own thing, man. I mean, like, I see what you're doing. It's a good try.
Because we see.
Try. Yep.
You were setting the standard.
But I mean, come on, let's be
honest. There it is.
He's pulling it off.
It's the same sweater.
He's pulling it off.
The exact same.
Somehow I don't think so.
Let's talk about the movie. Christmas movie with a twist. Why don't you each describe it in one word?
J.K.?
Adventurous.
Oh, that sounded like there was a hyphen there.
Yeah, there is. We get a word each.
Because I was going to do the same thing. I was going to say, like, I'll say magical. Magical.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Joy.
We need that. We need all of those three things.
Yeah.
J.K., you play Santa.
I do.
You play Santa. Okay, these two guys here, who's on the naughty list and who's on the nice list?
Well, when we meet, this is Mr. Naughty List for sure. Yeah. But everybody can work their way from the naughty list to the nice list, right? There's room for redemption in life. And my man Cal here, that's Dwayne's character in the movie, is the chief of the let's keep the nice people nice squad.
Yes. But also, I got to say, one of my favorite parts about the film, and I've been saying this, and I think it kind of relates here, is just, and what we were talking about earlier about just how the world is today, and the pushes and pulls of the world is there's a great speech that Santa gives me because my character begins to lose faith. And he says, for the first time ever, there's more people on the naughty list than ever before than on the good list, on the nice list. And in his beautiful speech at the top of the movie, he says, yes, but it's our job to see the inner child in everybody. Because if you could go to the inner child is the one who looks at the world with joy and with ease and without judgment. It's really beautiful. So I don't get there right away, but I won't spoil it, but eventually.
You get there.
It's not a tragedy.
Chris, I know you and Dwayne have been wanting to work together for a long time, so what was it like to finally make it happen?
Yeah, it was a real dream come true. I remember getting that call saying that Amazon and Dwayne, and that alone, I was like, all right, well, I'm listening. And they said they want to do a Christmas movie, and I was like, well, I don't need to hear anymore. I'm in. Christmas movies come along so rarely, and working with someone like Dwayne, who's such a force, was just, it was an honor.
Well, you guys are magic on the screen together, and so is this. We need this, and it's such just a creative twist on the Christmas tale. Do you all want to see a little peek of it? Yeah. There it is. Red one.
Are you saying Santa Claus has been kidnapped? And you think I had something to do with it?
Where is he? Is that him?
Jack the Wolf O'Malley, meet Callum Drift, commander of the ELF.
The ELF?
Turns out Jack here didn't know what he was doing. Somebody hired him to find the complex, and incredibly, he did.
Who?
He doesn't know.
I don't know.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
They always know something. Sometimes you just got to shake it out of them.
And I see what you did there. ELF, which stands for Enforcement, Logistics, and Fortification, of which you are the head of.
Yes, but it also stands for
extremely large and formidable.
Wait for it. But you always have to get in shape for these movies, and this one is no different.
Well, I knew and we knew that, J.K. was going to come in and be the most jacked Santa in the history.
It really is something to witness. It's impressive.
It's an amazing shape. And so part of what you were saying, what we wanted to do with Red One was take Christmas lore and just flip it on its head, present things a little differently that could be something cool for families to enjoy all around the world. And J.K. comes in and he's an animal. He's a beast. Look at this. There he is.
Wow.
Why not?
Yes. Shoulder pressing 400 pounds.
I think it was 450, I think.
It's 450, I'm sorry.
So no milk and cookies for this Santa?
No.
Well, no, you do have the milk because you got to carb up.
You got to carb up, I think.
So you get, you burn that many calories, you need some milk and cookies, yeah. Milk's got protein.
Absolutely. It works.
We clearly had no fun on set.
The sidebars that we're hearing over here are hysterical. Captain America. Okay, Captain America. So, you're used to playing a role like that, the hero and all that. And now you're a bit of a criminal.
Bit of a rascal, yeah.
Do you prefer one or the other type of role?
It depends. That's the beauty of the job we do. You get to kind of ebb and flow back and forth. I mean, look, I have a lot of love for Jack O'Malley. It's nice to play a rascal, specifically someone who gets the arc of Christmas spirit at the end, this kind of Christmas redemption. But I don't know. It's nice. It's nice to play the hero. I've had a really good time playing that guy.
You guys got it going on. So why do you want folks to see this? What are they going to get, J.K.?
They're going to get thrills. They're going to get laughs. And it's going to hit them here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You feel the same way?
I do. I feel like, we get lucky in our jobs if we get a chance to make a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of responsibility to make a Christmas movie because you want to deliver for families all around the world. You want to make a good one. You don't want to be part of the group that's like, oh, that Christmas movie. So I think we made a really good one. I think families around the world are going to enjoy it.
And you all can start to see it this Friday. It's going to be in theaters this Friday.
Great start, Dwayne, Chris, J.K.